feel like I'm forgetting something. What am I forgetting? That probably shouldn't be out. I probably shouldn't have been there. I wonder how visible that was. How visible was that? Okay, I'm gonna make a note to self. Maybe hide that. Anyway, hi, it's me, Scott. I want to. Man, now I'm worried about that. This is docs my life. Who knows? I don't really care that much, but anyhow, hi, it's me, Scott, and I'm gonna play Sudoku because that's what I do now. I don't make things anymore. Just play Sudoku. That's it. How are you, by the way? A little stressed out about work, honestly. Can I just not have jobs anymore and just stream all the time? Can I just do? Can I do that? Probably not. Let's do the following. Let's go over here. I already switched to this wallpaper. It's cool. Try to tell like the scale of this. Is this a secret city? Or is it like some tile? It's hard to. It's a little hard to say. Here's what I want to do today. So, in fact, I should warn Blobz that I'm going to do this new puzzle. And I've been warned that it is not necessarily easy. And I'm a little nervous about it because, well, you know. Anyway, so at the end of the previous stream, frequent viewers will recall that I kind of challenged Blobz. It wasn't even a challenge. I was just saying, you know what would be cool? I like entropy lines. It'd be cool to see an entropy entry in his YYSL series, the Yin Yang Sightline series. And Blobz obliged quite quickly. And so this looks amazing. The daunting parts are as follows. Well, okay, sorry. Let me take care of some things first. I don't know why this always defaults to this, but let's find some blobs again. A good blob celebration. I like the theme. I do. Look at that water blobs. Those are nice. Should we do the water? A tomato. Should we do the water blobs? I'm a little worried about performance, but I guess I'm just playing Sudoku. Can't be that bad, right? Look at the shader. There's barely anything in it. It's nothing. It's nothing in this shader. Okay, maybe. These multi-samples. How do I set those? How do you set the parameters for this? I don't know, and I never will know because we're just going to go with it. We're going to assume that this is going to be fine. And tomatoes are working? Are they heat? Yeah, okay. Just checking. First tomato was not me. It wasn't. I would never do that. So if I do this and then I do this, we should be in like a good blobby land. Okay, so YYSL entropy, Yin Yang Sightlines entropy. So I expect 3 rule sets here, and all of the YYSL, I don't know the right way to say this, Yin Yang Sightline puzzles always have the following 2 constraints. That you have the Yin Yang rules, which is there's just 2 colors here of orthogonally connected cells, and there's no 2 by 2 areas. Orthogonally connected just means they touch at the sides, not diagonally. And the digits in cage cells indicate how many cells of the same color, shaded or unshaded. So the cells we just talked about, some are shaded, some are unshaded, are seen by this. So if this is a green shaded cell and it has a 3 in it, counting itself, it would see 2 other cells for a total of 3. 2 other green cells, I should say. And so that's the core set of constraints that every puzzle in this series has. And then This puzzle has the additional constraint of an entropy line. So every 3 adjacent digits along an orange line must contain a low digit, a middly digit. It's very nice to see it described as a middly digit, and a high digit. So, you know, if you think about like German whispers have alternating polarity, for example. So when you go down a German whisper line, you go down and you're like, okay, this is low, this is low, this is high, this is low, this is high, this is low. And you can find these kind of parity, you know, alternating parity. Sometimes you have like alternating evens and odds or whatever, where you have kind of like a 2-state system playing out over the line. These lines have a 3-state system where you have something that is low, something that is middly, something that is high. So where to start on this with those constraints? I'm especially nervous because I haven't done an entropy puzzle probably in months and months, because I took a massively long break from Sudoku while I had a pretty intensive job through the summer. And so I would really have to think about even just an entropy puzzle, you know, the other constraints being notwithstanding. Now, one thing Blobz did say by way of advice was to, I believe Blobz advised to, I'm going to double check this, but to start with the entropy and then go back, get all that nailed down, and then remove the coloring, because the real challenge here, I should say, part of why this is daunting to me is it is standard practice in these yin yang puzzles. Oh my gosh, Grimbone, how's it going? Standard practice. Grimbone, my favorite thing about talking to you on Discord is you just refuse to put anything on the Discord. You only send them to me personally. It's like I have my own private social media Grimbone feed where nobody knows what you're working on but me. I like to think that you don't send anything to anyone but me personally. Should I make a game dev channel right now? I'll do it. I'll do it just for you. Game development. Where does that go? In the topics section? Done. I have another channel known to talk in. Okay. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, shading. So it is standard practice in a yin-yang puzzle to use actual colors for the shading. So to say like that is some set, you know, those are unshaded and these are shaded, for example. It is also standard practice in entropy land to make low, middle, and high digits shaded. And I don't know that there's conventions for those colors. I have a weird spectral opinion of that, where not everyone would agree, but I make low, middle, high, like RGB basically, you know? So going up in the spectrum. This, you could maybe argue that this should be yellow and this should be violet or something, but whatever. This works for me. But the issue is, oh my God, you posted there? Incredible. I do like, is that blood coming out of that sword? Is that a blood sword? So it feels very daunting to try to do those things at the same time. So it seems wise to try to nail down one or the other first. And so I'm going to try entropy first. No, the second one is a little fire projectile, but what's the first one? That's fire too? Oh, is it just a million little tiny fires? Is that what's going on here? Okay, I see. I liked it when it was a blood whip. So I'm going to start the puzzle now. And the first thing I'm going to do, just using some yin-yang sightline knowledge, is say that this is a 1. Because remember, these digits all have to be orthogonally connected, and they all have to show, including themselves, the number of connected cells they mean. So they see. So if I put a 1 in here, that would mean that this cell only sees itself and it would be completely surrounded by the opposite color. And that is a no-go. It's not allowed. I don't know. I think the blood whip is better. Whip versus sword, the very Castlevania thing. So I'm going to just propose to you right now that this is a 1. And as such, it is a low digit, right? And then we can start to see things like, you know, I know one of these is a low digit. I know one of these is a low digit. So we just have to start thinking about like how this stuff works. And is it really possible? Like, how far can you get on entropy alone without having to already think about sightlines? Because I'm already thinking about sightlines. So I'm nervous. Grimbone is not supporting me here. Grimbone has a personal agenda. So I could think about things like what? I could think about ones. Just saw. Okay, thanks. Like a very Nike proposal. The thing in here is what's going to be left, because there's one other digit that isn't entropy laden, you know? So I guess I could just like pencil mark the entropy loop with my non-standard colors and then go back and standardize the colors. I don't know. I kind of want to do that. That'd be silly. I think it would be. Tomato right to the face. I know. I've put a single digit in the grid. I'm still trying to decide how I want to colorize things here. It seems sensible to kind of go through and try to mark out the loop. So let's just start by doing that. So low, middle, high, low, middle, high, low, middle, high, low, middle, high, low. Am I doing this right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oops. 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay. We're just gonna say those are red for now. We'll go back. You can't spam? What's wrong? Oh, did we break heat? Heat's probably broken. I haven't paid attention to heat for so long. Sorry, heat. Let me just reload the thing, the overlay. I bet that maybe it'll fix it. I don't know. There you go. Okay. Heat works. The tomatoes broke. Okay. And then we're gonna say after reds come blues. After reds come blues. After reds come blue. Red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue. Red, blue, red, blue, blue, blue. It's exciting. Blue, nothing, red, 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 blue. Okay. Look how many particles, look how many tomatoes you can get. Can monogame or whatever do that? How many tomatoes can you get on screen? He has incredible tomato tech. Did I actually do this right? I'm nervous I didn't. Red, blue. Wait, I just realized that's not what I'm supposed to do. These are supposed to be green. I want middly now. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We'll make those the blue digits. Give your guy a tomato sword. Okay, so we can immediately start to think about entropy here. We've got quite a lot to go on, I think. We know, for example, that in this box we already have, there's only 3 of each of these, 3 low, 3 middle, 3 high. We only have 1 of these. So whichever blue is, again, we don't at this moment know, which I feel like this one is going to confuse me because I'm going to be thinking of red as low. But that basically means that this is either red or blue. Oh, well, actually, you can just see that it's blue. So right now, blue is low, it's not what I want. I don't want blue to be low. But in fact, this is absurd, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make these blue now. And I make these red. Did I do that right? I just like the lows to be red. I've done too many puzzles like that. I'm sure I'm gonna make a mistake if I don't do that. That makes this blue. That means this column is all blued out. Grimbo, your tomato emission rate is impressive. This is 1 of each. Is that useful? I don't know. That is all reds. I'm sure there's very obvious things. This column already has its blues. So this is not blue. This is like a red-green pair. I don't immediately see what to do about that. This already has all its greens. This column is not green. So this is a blue-red pair. Oh, wait, did I say that? No, I didn't. I didn't say that at all. What to add to the game? Romance options is probably the next thing. I think first you want to add like a sword guy, then you want to add a gremlin, then you want to add a blood whip, then you want to add like a fire projectile, and then the next typical game development strategy. Next you would add romance options. This is not. It's pretty standard. It's pretty standard stuff. The Game Dev 101. This is not red. That means this is not red. But I don't care about that. I'm getting scared already. I thought we had, for a moment, it felt like things were just, cruising along. You could make the goblin attack, or you could make the goblin romance. I mean, I guess it's up to you. I guess because we are certain that this is low, we know that that's 2, 3. We know that that's 2, 3. We know that this is 2, 3. I don't know what I want to do about that right now, but well, in fact, we also know that this is 2, 3, right? Because we know that it can't be a 1. I said I wasn't going to think about sightline rules yet, but here we are. So any red that goes through a cage has to be a 2 or a 3. So that does mean what? What does it mean? It could mean anything. I feel like there's some like extraordinarily obvious pairs. Like, what did I say? I said this couldn't be blue. I don't know if I want to get into pairs yet. Dolce, how's it going? The additional cage clues. I don't know what the I don't know what the colors of those are yet. I don't know the highness or lowness of those yet. I probably could know them very quickly if I wanted to. Wait, I'm sorry. There were was there something else in here? Wait, I think I'm not. There's an additional cage clue other than just it being sightlined? I might be confusing myself. Just to be clear, my coloring now is completely unrelated to yin yang coloring. This is purely just figuring out entropy. All of this coloring will have to go away. Yeah, so these are not the colors. Sorry. Yeah, these are purely me trying to work out entropy. Yeah, so the yin yang, once I work out the entropy, which I think I'm, we'll get there, I think. We just have to figure out what red is definitely low. We have to figure out what blue and green is, and I think once we figure that out, we probably just need a pencil mark, delete all the colors, and then start doing the shading. Yeah, it's confusing. I'm going with Blob's recommendation, which was entropy first, then yin yang. And why wouldn't I trust Blob's? This is not green. I don't know. This doesn't feel on track to me, actually. I feel like I'm kind of... I don't know. I don't really want to go down that path just yet. I do sort of want to think about, so we were looking at kind of like 2s and 3s and so forth. But I think we saw all the places where we at this moment know red falls in a cage. So that would be the only, 9 is going to be 1 too, right? Like 9 is also going to be potentially a problem. Although I can see now that the gift of yin yang is, or sorry, that the sightline perimeter clues, which are often something I rely on in these puzzles are pretty sparse, dauntingly. I do want to figure out like how to kind of communicate up to this line. So I know this isn't low. And because I know this isn't low, I also know this isn't low. Right? That's a true statement. Because I can't put another low digit here. So this is definitely in the middle. Okay, Grimbone says I can just solve it. It's just write it in from here. But that means the same thing here, right? Because one of these will have to be low. This also will be a medium high. So there's definitely a low in here. And there's definitely a low in here. Or whatever that might be worth to anyone at all. And there's only one. So there's no more lows in here. There's exactly one low here and one low here. So this is low. Did I just tell you the truth? Maybe. It also means that this, there's a low, a low, a low. So this is not low. So this is low. And this is green. And that's all the green's gone from here. So there's no green here. So this is green. And this is a red-blue pair. And this is a red-blue pair. And what else? Hope I did that right. I think that made sense. I need Skojo here to tell me that I'm making a mistake. Although, actually, Dolce did a good job of that too. That feels like I should know just a tiny bit more. Like it feels... So I've got a green and then the other of the red-blue pair to place here. I have exhausted my green quota. Oh, that's an interesting question. Are these two digits are the same? So these two digits are the same, right? Is that helpful to me in any way at all? It almost feels like it should be helpful. I need one blue and one green here. Yeah, I don't know. These pairs are lame. I'm just not quite seeing that yet. I don't know. Okay, so anybody else want to be cool? Cool person. We have all of our blues, so these are red-green pairs. I'm building suspense, is what I'm doing. This is red-blue pairs. Where's the romance? It's the blue-green. You don't know what's going to happen with them. It could be there's so much tension between them. And like these that could swing either way, like, oh my god, it's like I've got goosebumps just thinking about it. This cell just sucks. Nobody knows what's going on with that cell. This cell is apparently blue. How do I know that? I guess I know it because there were a bunch of blues there and there were blues over there. So that's believable. I would believe that. I saw a tomato and I think I see why. So I do have a red triple. So this is not red. And so this is not green. That gives me a red triple here. So that's not red. Hope I did that correctly. Did I do that correctly? I assume that was a Dolce tomato. I don't know. It's one of each of you fellows. Maybe one more green in here. I felt like we got a lot of stuff. Yeah, this just looks like crazy spaghetti to me now. I'm okay. Let's try to use our noggins. Did we actually get any new KG stuff that was interesting? We didn't. We were hoping that these would be reds, but they appear not to be red unless I've made some grievous error, which feels plausible, if not likely, if not fully guaranteed. This is not red. It appears that it could be blue or green, though. Right? This is not blue. So it's a Christmas party. Another Christmas party. Ah, okay. So this is another Christmas party, right? But with this Christmas party, that's 3 reds. So that is not red. So that is not blue. The old Christmas party routine, huh? And we decided that these have like sort of an offset thing that is less helpful than if they were. Oh my gosh, Blobz. How's it going? Blobz 6502. Is that your social security number? Or is that just your favorite sequence of Sudoku digits somehow with a 0 included? Okay, I've been going for 30 minutes and all I've been doing is chatting and colorizing and making Dolce impatient with my slowness. Okay, let's focus. Feel like we had a good little run there. This is also a Christmas digit. Right. So we have 2 Christmas parties. Oh, it's 6502. Love a good 6502. I never, whatever, this is such a diversion. See, I'm about to get distracted and talk about 6502s. No, you're very right that I need to consider. But now I'm on an entropy kick. Okay, I think I have to just continue colorizing for a while because I'm having fun coloring. And then once I color a little more, then I will think about borders. Like the fact that blue is one of these blues is probably a 9 or something, right? Like it's just one of those is probably going to be a 9. And this is going to be like 987 or something like that. Okay, but I was adaptable. I got this 1 by thinking of sight lines, but I do want to just think about this Christmas tree for a minute, because now I've lost the train of thought. Okay, I said that this was a Christmas tree, right? We have a Christmas tree pair here. That means we have a Christmas tree pair here. So it's one of these is a green, and that's a green, and that's a green, right? So this is definitely not green, and it's definitely not red. So it's very good chance that it's blue. I probably could have seen that in some other way, but I use the power of Christmas trees. Speaking of Christmas trees, I don't know what to call this one. What would you call a blue green? It's like a, it's either, oh yeah, it's like a lake shore. You're like at the shore of a lake. So this is a lakeshore digit. So we have a pair of lake shores. I don't know, this one actually I think is not going to be as helpful, tragically. Because the interplay of lake shores and Christmas trees and whatever this is, Pepsi Cola. I don't feel like the Pepsi Cola is as useful to me. But I feel like I'm so close to just colorizing the whole thing. What is this? I don't know. How about you? How about you? This is a triple with these, huh? Nobody wants that. Okay, maybe I have to stop thinking about these. It's so frustrating that I have so few. I almost just want to like colorize these just for completeness, but maybe they are just triples with no clarity. Is that a true statement? I fear it might be true. Okay, Blobz is really pressuring me. Feeling a lot of peer pressure, frankly. Okay. So say we hypothetically paused on Entropy for a moment and thought about the sightline cells. What do we want to think about those? I mean, one of the things about a yin yang puzzle is it only like flips colors in two places, right? There's like two seams on the perimeter, and so two of the perimeter sides of a yin yang puzzle are always solid. Is that true? At least two. It could even be three, but at least two sides of the perimeter yin yang puzzle are always a solid color, depending on where the switch is. Is that always true? Is it always two of them? Two or three sides of the perimeter are always a solid color? Because you can imagine the switch happened, like the seams were here and it'd be three sides. I think it's always two or three sides. So the fact that blue appears on three of the four sides of the perimeter, and we know that it's a requirement that two or three of them are solid, then doesn't it mean that blue is 9? Is that what you're... Skojo, how's it going? Is that a reasonable deduction, or am I way off base? I don't know if anything I just said was true. That a yin-yang perimeter is always 2 or 3 solid color sides. That sounds true. Sounds pretty true. So I'm prepared, I think, to say that blue is high. Not only that blue is high, but there's some 9s afoot. Just don't know for sure I mean, these see different numbers on the perimeter. So this is not a side that has 9. And these see different numbers on the perimeter. So this is not a side that has 9. Okay, I think that's what I'm working towards. So I'm working towards these being 9s. I know it's a very roundabout way to get there. But at a minimum, I think I'm prepared to say that blue is cool. That's not true. Cool. That blue is high. Not and green is middly, which is my preferred color. This feels right to me. I feel good about it. That doesn't mean it's right. I would hope that someone would throw some tomatoes if this was a complete oh no, wait, was that a tomato telling me about the 9, or was that tomato telling me that all of my reasoning was wrong? Which what? I like the tomatoes. They are a little hard to interpret sometimes, I have to say. A tomato can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. So I want one of these to break the spell here. That's a lot of digits to see. Kind of like this song. So what is gonna, I guess I'm still not quite seeing what is gonna be the great disambiguator here. Tomato right to the face. I deserve that. I had kind of a stressful day today. I'm getting anxious about work. I just don't want to I don't want to work anymore, is the thing. Can we just not do that? Can we just all agree to not? Just stream Sudoku all day? Not all day. Get back to making some things probably. Okay. So, I kind of want just kind of curious how far we could carry this. I am still not necessarily seeing what I would like to do, and I don't know if it's possible, but what I would like to do is fully lay out the entropy before switching to shading. Sorry, just zoning out a little bit. Well, friends, I keep staring at these Christmas trees, hoping for a Christmas tree revelation that just is not coming. Okay, that is obvious that that's a 1. I agree. Sorry. There's definitely a 1. Okay. I mean, I'm feeling pretty good here. Feeling great, in fact. I mean, except for, the extreme anxiety that suddenly I've lost momentum in the puzzle and I'm falling apart, crumbling, you might say. For some reason, I think I did too many Knights Move puzzles today. Because now I keep looking for Knights Moves, and it's not relevant to this puzzle. Okay, so how can we... I'm not ready to switch. I don't want to switch yet. I just don't want to. If it just feels like there's something going on here with like the fact that you have the it's either red here or red here, you know. But I don't know that I have a oh, and Chris, how's it going? Oh, and Chris mentally solved. Yeah, that's right. The old 3-color yin yang. No, we're gonna do this in 2 passes. We're trying to do Entropy first, and then switch to yin yang, which I realize is a visually confusing. You might call it a nightmare. Okay, sorry, I really have lost some momentum here. I apologize. So we've got a Christmas party here. We've got a lakeshore here. If this was a green, this would be a red, and this would be a blue. Blue, and there'd be all the blues in this column. But which is just fine, because if this was a green, that would be a blue. I don't know. I know, tomato right to the face. I'm sorry. The tomatoes are really starting to fly now. Yeah, Skojo, I mean, I think you're right. I think probably it's time to just... I really wanted... It's just as a personal goal. I really did just want to try to... I wanted to try to fully colorize, but maybe it's not possible. Right? I mean... And that's fine. It just, you know, hurts my feelings, makes me sad, and makes me want to cry. But I don't like this about Sudoku Pad. I feel like this is... I feel like I never want this. I feel like there's never a case where I want to highlight partial. Like, I only want the solid... Is there a setting for that? Not a fan. Let me get Sven on the phone. Oh wait, see, did I screw that up? Hang on. What did I just... How did I... I mean, I guess that's technically correct. I didn't mean to highlight the Pepsis. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do the Christmas colors. Yeah, that was just me. That was just, yeah, I broke things. No, you're right. You're fine. I'm the one who screwed it up with the bad selection. And this is not a 9, by the way. Okay. Did we get all of our... Oh yeah, gosh, why do I keep doing that? Forgive me. Is there a setting for that? I really don't like it. Like you would think on the color, I only want to highlight the color. Can I like hold a different button to do it? I don't know. Anyway, okay. Oh my gosh. Wait, box 2 and box 3? Did I miss? Did we get them? Are we good here? Did I finally get it? I'm sorry. Very annoying. I mean, I guess I can pencil mark these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I really want to, right? I don't feel like that would be especially helpful. Well, I'm just thinking about the possible colors here, knowing that this is 4, 5, or 6. I know. Oh, and I someday I'll figure out a good mobile strategy here, so you two can throw tomatoes. Okay, am I giving up on colors now? Is it time to let it go? It just really feels like those bottom two sightline friends could have told me something about someone, but perhaps not. Okay, so I guess we just start like this. And just start to think about what we've done with our, what we've done in the world. Was that a helpful tomato or just a vandalism? Sometimes it's hard to tell. Wait, did I do something wrong, or are you just getting impatient with myself? Because I was going to start up here just to try to get some corners. Like, for example, like trying to get green to here. This is normally how I would do it. I'm not saying this is the best way to do this. That I would say like, oh, can I get blue? Is it reasonable to get, sorry, not blue, green to over here, which would make this 8 cells long, but I have too many sightline digits to make that work, because this would be, all 3 of these would see 8. And one could be 9, but that's still a problem. So I just want to get some corners, right? And then presumably the same thing applies going this way, that for this to be gray, all 3 of these would see 8. So this is green and that's gray. Is that reasonable? Down here though, I can't do that because there's only two friends. Oh, right. Is this the helpfulness that I was ignoring? Because these already see their full complement. And then I have to... What? I did that wrong. I did that completely wrong. Sorry. I was just testing you. I was just testing. You passed the test. What if I just started doing that? Just throwing... See, the fun thing is I don't have to... Like, I'll make mistakes either way. So it doesn't really matter. But... Oh, wait. Actually, of course that applies down here. this obviously cannot be 8 because we already know this is 4, 5, or 6. So that's certainly gray. And the same thing's going to apply going this way. This is not 8. So this is going to be green. So then we can get these little nooks as well. I feel like I want to mess up my colors suddenly. Suddenly very worried about that. It's also a little weird to have this little guy be a 2 or a 3. Okay, so from that perspective, actually, we can probably keep going, right? Like, if I tried to get green here, if green made it all the way here, that would be 7 digits. And that is, nobody wants that. Right? We have a color. Yeah, okay, what's going on with this guy? So one of these is a big guy. So how far can we reasonably extend? We could do this and to get gray here, but gray's definitely not there. And we're not going to get green to here, so gray is definitely there. This is never going to be 7 or 8 growing this way. We've just determined. So this is going to grow down, which means this little buddy has to escape before it is just consumed in a field of grayness. If what? This couldn't extend here because, right, maybe I think I saw a tomato out of the corner of my eye. That we could not make it to here with gray. This is going to have to be green as well. I like this creeping in from the corners on little cat feet, just sneaking in like a little creep. And nothing we've done so far has actually changed any of our pencil marks yet, right? I've got to be conscious of that to like filter things down a bit, right? This already sees 3. There's some world where it feels like it could do this. You must see 7 or 8. Well, you gotta grow over here. I don't even know what color you are yet. Okay, I'm seeing tomatoes fly at the bottom row. Is it time to pay attention to these? I probably need to pay attention to both of these, right? That either way, this could be no more than 6. Interesting. It can't be more than... If it's gray, it's 5 or 6, right? And if it's green, it's 5 or 6. So this becomes a middly digit, but I don't really remember. I think that's not enough because I seem to remember both of these being triples. So I don't know that like just instantly gives us this, but the rules are going to be the same, right? If it's green, it's 5 or it's 6. And if it's gray, it's 5 or it's 6. So we get a 5, 6 pair. That doesn't look right. That seems wrong. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. You're right. 5, 6 or 7, 8, 9. Yeah, this obviously couldn't be 5, 6 because that would rule these out. It's a minimum of 5 or 6. But it could see, so it's middly or high, right? So these are, what did we say? Blue and green were Lakeshore colors. Yeah, sorry. That was a mistake that I was about to realize just by seeing that, like, oh, I was about to completely break this column. It does mean they're not low. And so the highness the highness and middliness of these seem to mean that this is a low digit, right? This isn't a place where we have a 7/8 pair staring at this, is it? Well, anyway, we have a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What is that? Sextuple? So this is I believe this is a low. So that gives us our low triple. Can't really remember what we had over here, honestly. So that means that these are. Now I miss my entropy colors. See, if I had entropy colors, this would be walking the park. This, okay. We have our lows here. So this is either medium or high, right? But we already have all of our mediums here. So this is high. So this is a 7/8 pair, and that's the 7/8 pair that goes with this. So this is 4, 5, 6. And I seem to remember that these two were the same. No, it's these two that are the same entropy, right? So this is 7, 8, 9, and then these were pairs. So these are 1, 2, 3. So that's the 1, 2, 3s and the 4, 5, 6s. So the 7, 8, 9 is here. That's all very exciting. So, in conclusion, I think. Sorry, I was just looking at all these solid whites, just trying to think if we know anything more about those. Like this already sees 3 highs and it sees 3 lows. So this is middly, right? Am I making mistakes, or are you just being very impatient with me? I'm getting there. I do want to know if I'm making a mistake. That I would be sad. That would be sad. See, I'm just trying to no mistakes, just tomatoes. That's what I like to hear. You know, I'm still on this mission that I'm never going to give up on, to get all the entropy pencil marked. Even though you wouldn't let me do it with colors, I'm still going to do it. So, okay, I know everyone's furious at me. I know. Like that. What is this? Like this. We have some lows. We have some highs. We have some middles. We have. What do we have? We got some middles here. We got some highs here. So we do get a low here. I'm trying to. This is not the way to do this, by the way, but I am just sort of trying to remember, because I do remember that we had some kind of interplay here, you know, among those, in terms of like how these related, and now I can't remember. Not that it matters, but I can't remember. And I'm just not seeing this, obviously. It's not obvious to me. Even though it feels like it should definitely be obvious, right? Is that maybe? Yeah, I think you're right. There's just some. It felt to me like that should resolve, because I seemed to remember that there was some way of looking at these that it did untangle, but maybe it was actually these that had to untangle to do it. So maybe we just can't go further with that. It was fun. It was fun while it lasted. This really be a 9? Seriously? Seriously be a 9? I mean, that find it hard to believe, but I suppose it's possible. Okay. The thing is, though, we do know. What do we know? Wow, we would know that if this was a 5 or a 6, that the 4 would be here, and that'd be kind of cool, but I don't know. Not everything can be cool. It could. Blobz, so you could, I do have modifier keys. I don't think I support right clicks. The tomato overlay is, I don't think it has any other features, I think. But yeah, I do, where you could like do control or alt. I think, in other words, you could use modifier keys and I could detect those. The other thing I was thinking of doing was making a like mod for Sudoku pad where I could know like explicitly which cell you were clicking on, but maybe that's just a bridge too far. Okay, sorry. Let's think about what? If this digit was suddenly to become gray, it would see 4 cells. If this digit was to suddenly become gray, it would see 5, and this would see 5 also, so one of them would have to crow. I don't know, that doesn't feel very fun. It doesn't feel very fruitful. Okay, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do with ourselves? This... I thought we talked about this already. So this... I don't know. I see the tomatoes. I see the tomatoes going wild. Everyone is losing their mind. I gotta just go at my own pace, everybody. I'm sorry. It's a long day. Okay. I gotta not get frazzled. Okay, just take it easy. Take it easy, everybody. I'm just looking around. I'm just shopping basically for cages just to see like what interesting things would happen. Like for this to be a 2 feels kind of weird. But maybe not that weird. Okay, I know I'm off task, frankly. So I'm just trying to decide where. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, should I pay more attention to the tomatoes? The thing is, you know, when I do these puzzles, I take a long time. And I eventually get there, but I appreciate that on stream it's probably really tedious to watch me flounder, one might say. So, okay, sorry. I know I see stuff going on. I gotta think about it. Let's go. I'll start looking at tomatoes. These are a little weird, huh? This 2 in the middle is going to be in like a little maze. right? It's going to be in like a little fortress. How is this going to be? This is going to see 9? I really do apologize. I feel like I'm trying to follow the tomatoes, but I think I will. It might take me a minute, but I think I just have to sort of follow my own path a little bit. I'm tremendously embarrassed, outrageously so. So what would I normally do in this case? Like, it continues to bother me. These continue to bother me. I can't even sleep at night. But it does seem possible, if not plausible, for these to extend out. See, you kind of want this to go up here and cradle this baby. And if you do that, this has to be a 3. Because it would, if you cradle the baby this way, that's got to be a 3. If you cradle the baby this way, you could turn a corner. Or sorry, I guess kind of cradle the baby this way and make this gray and this gray. It's all about how you want to cradle the baby, really. Although, if you do, is that problematic? Like if you cradle the baby this way and you try to go this way and have a 3. Well, that doesn't work, does it? So if this is a 3, sorry, if you try to cradle the baby this way, maybe you don't have to cradle the baby this way. Is that the point? I guess what I'm saying is if this is gray, this has to get out. And if it gets out, it's going to see this other 3, so this other green cell, so it's definitely can't be a 2. But then that means that this is a 3 and this is done, but this is like a 4 or 5. So both of them have to grow and I would end up with a 2 by 2. So that seems like a thing that shouldn't happen. So it seems like this has to be, am I missing something there? Like if this is gray, this grows, it's 3, it's capped at the top. Then I have 4 and 5 here both that are only seeing 3 in the column, so they both have to grow in the row. No, Owen, you're definitely don't apologize. I apologize if I feel like I'm going extra slow and everybody's frustrated with me. Oh, you're right. This isn't a cage. Wait, does that matter? Oh, this one's not a cage. I see. I'm sorry. This would not have to grow. Okay, thank you. That was bad logic. No, thank you. That was wrong. It's him grasping at straws here. This would not be under any constraint whatsoever, and then this could grow all day and have a great time and be see 3 here and grow 1 there, which no one would ever complain about. So this was a foolhardy and incorrect place to look. Oh, these 2 people. I'm sure I'm thinking about the wrong thing. But just because my attention's drawn here. I see things. Am I missing something extraordinarily obvious? Like, is this 7-8 pair doing something that I'm just not appreciating? Okay, let me just like say these words for a second. What have you been playing lately, Chris? Okay, I'm just gonna say this. Sorry, it's just catching my eye. But if this is gray, it's at least a 5. If this is gray, this could be a 5, and it would not be allowed to grow. So this would have to be at least a 6, and it would have to grow. I don't know if that matters to anybody, but I just wanted to think through it for a second. I played Diablo 4 kind of against my better judgment. I didn't even really have a motivation to, other than like, oh, you know, I played the first Diablo when I was a kid. Maybe I should try this. And I thought it was pretty lame. And I've been thinking lately, I'm sort of just overwhelmed right now because I sort of was like, oh, should I play RE4 or Starfield or Baldur's Gate or any of these big games that seem interesting? And then I just didn't play any of them. Okay, I'm sorry. You all keep throwing things at me here. And I'm not appreciating it. How are you liking Baldur's Gate? Okay, I see the tomatoes flying over here. I see the tomatoes flying here. Let me just okay. I will think about these. So, we talked about the fact that this if this was 6, then this would have to be 6. So this would have to grow some amount. And this would have to grow at least 1 to make it 7, but possibly 2. Right? Like, if this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if that were true, what would happen? Oh, okay. Wait, okay. Well, I think I see something. I'm not sure if this is probably what you've been trying to tell me. I've been thinking about it kind of backwards. So there's some question of like, say this gray didn't go here and we tried to take a right turn here, what would happen? Oh gosh, I'm sorry. So I was just paying attention to the wrong leg of the Y, of the imaginary Y. So imagine we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We suddenly have a very big problem because all of these would be gray and this can only see 2 or 3 and we've seen 4, right? So we maximally could take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before we run into this little bad person. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the most we could take before we run into problems here. But we have to have 7 at least. So it's a requirement that we take these. We have to take these. And knowing that, what happens to us? Well, one thing we know is this: we have to avoid a 2 by 2. That's. How do you do this? Okay. Okay. Thank you. I'm sorry. Wait, Owen, did you actually answer the question of what game you've been playing? I'm sorry if I missed it. Or is it a secret? Game secret. Okay, so now what? This, right, we had to block ourselves off. We now see 5 here, at least, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's no longer possible for this to be a 4. So this is a 5 or a 6, and it really is just a question of how far this goes, right? We know that whatever happens, whether in either case, kind of regardless of the length of this, these have to have different numbers in them. So right now it could be 5, 6, 7, or if it's here, it could be 6, 7, 8. The short one would always be here, obviously, but these two are of different lengths, and this must also this must always be longer than this, right? Because this has to extend down. Whether or not this is gray. This little buddy has to escape. So that almost feels sort of meaningful. I'm trying to decide if this, so one of these is longer than the other. So one of these is gray, right? That is going to be a requirement, that one of those extends further than the other one. So right now it could be 5, 6, 7, and this would have to be the longer one and extend down to here. But as soon as it's 6, 7, 8, this could be the 7 and this could be the 8. And this could be the longer one, right? Like if this is gray, it's possible for that to be the longer one. Owen Chris refuses to tell me what game he's been playing. So it must be a very embarrassing game. Okay, sorry. I feel like we had a little momentum there, and then I started to waver. The issue was that well, do we run into the same kind of nonsense? Maybe not exactly. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 does still seem to be possible. Which of you is longer? Secrets. Well, this is never a 5, right? But it could be 5, 6, 7. It could be 6, 7, 8, or 6, 7, 8, or 6, 7, 9. Did we learn anything by un-5ifying that, though? I think so. Because that's the ambiguous point here, right? Is one is... If this is 5... If this is 5, 6, 7, then those are the 3 highs, those are the 3 lows, and this is middly. Is that true? 5, because that would take care of the 5. Oh, no, I'm sorry. If it was 5, 6, 7, it would be, those would be middly, and this would be low. But we can't have another low up here, right? Sorry. If we tried to make this 5, 6, that would be a 5, 6. Yeah, that'd be 5, 6. That would be all the middlies, the lows. No, I'm wrong. That would be a high, and that would be correct. Sorry. But if it was, whatever, 6, 7. I mean, this is obviously always middly. So the question is that this is like the middly high pair, right? It's only worried that chat froze, but at least I know the robot's still talking to me. I haven't really considered, this could still just be 5. I would keep talking about that like this is going to be a 6, but I guess it's not really a requirement if there's a 6 in this. There certainly are 7 or 8 here. No, you're good. Don't be sorry. I'm going very slowly. Okay, maybe I want to think about somewhere else for a second. Well, we have a similar... Okay, I see. If this were green, we'd have concerns. Maybe we wouldn't. Maybe we wouldn't have concerns. Maybe it would be fine. But just to say, if it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, so if this is green, the most it could... Did I just ask the question? Okay, I honestly didn't see you write that. I was just I was asking that, but now I feel like it just seems like I read what Blobz said. You were talking about this, right? Okay. Is this a similar concern? So if the minimum we would need if this was green is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that means minimally this would be a 6 and we'd end up with 2 6s. Is that what you're trying to Blobz, I'm sure I have to apologize. I'm sure you're losing your mind watching me struggle through this. In my own defense, which this is a lukewarm defense, but I am on record saying that like just streaming definitely drops my IQ by 20 points. And it just through the nature of like trying to pay attention to chat, trying to make sure like, is the microphone working, check the stream bitrate, all those things. Is the recording going? Like it really just does divide your attention. So anyway, these are maximally 6, but this is a minimally 6, right? So that Skoja, I was getting there. I was going very slowly, but I was getting there. See, Blobz doesn't even care about this. Blobz just was. I'm very disappointed that Pretzel seems to have taken away the playlist. Anyway, so right, this is a situation where we would have problems because this 7 requires a minimal run of 6 digits here, and there's 2 there. So this is not green. That's not possible. So this is gray. And what does that mean? Probably can't do this. That feels unnatural. Well, it's certainly unnatural because this 3 once again. You know what, Blobz, this is cool. I've done all of your yin yang sightline puzzles, but I don't feel like I've ever been so like stymied by low digits in this particular way. Like it is really cool how the low entropy. Look, now that I said something, oh no. Now that I said something about the bitrate, it's suddenly dropped. I hope the stream is okay. Seems okay. Hope the stream's okay. Okay, anyway. Yeah, the like low entropy digits end up being these little brick walls, which is cool. So the point being, we can get 4 here before we start to run into trouble with this, right? This guy, as soon as we do this, we are stymied. So for this 7, I think the maximum we could do here is a 4. This one would have to grow. So that'd be 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I think we are requiring that these are gray. Is the bitrate okay? Yeah, it's really cool. I feel bad that I've been so slow on the uptake with it, but it's really interesting, the little low entropy, little force fields, basically. So I believe that means we can only grow a little bit over there. And we have to avoid 2x2s at all costs. All costs. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why suddenly I'm having annoying issues. It's steadily unsteady. Very steadily unsteady at this moment. So now, even with this notion, we could grow here and be okay, I guess. Oops. Well, no, we couldn't. If we try to make this gray, you might say to yourself, well, that's fine. That's only what is going on with the quality? Bummer. I'm sorry. Is it backblaze? I don't think it's backblaze. No. Weirdly, the NIC in this computer is giving me weird issues, and so I keep switching back and forth between Ethernet and Wi-Fi. I need to not use this computer because I have a new computer built that I just haven't swapped out yet. But because could also just stick a new Ethernet adapter in. Even like a USB-C one was working better, but I had to take it away for a project. So anyway, sorry. I was saying, if we do this, this could be 3 and that would be great, but this has to see more and it couldn't. So I think we're saying that this is green. So I think we're saying that this is gray. And if this, we can't have a checkerboard, right? We have to avoid checkerboards. And that means this is going to be a 3 and it's going to be capped. Oh my gosh. Is this our first digit in like an hour? Cheetos 6 5 4 6 4 3 2. How's it going? Oh no, I like the question mark. Is that your favorite processor? Blobz chose a 6502 because Blobz loves a good 6502 processor. Yeah, this is very exciting. We got a digit. It only took my entire life. This first digit, it's so long. Skojo, I appreciate your consistent positivity. It's very appreciated. We get a lot of digits, or at least we get a lot of eliminations. I guess that makes sense because there's low entropy stuff all over the place. I've been doing okay. It's been a long time. I took a long streaming break. I'm back. So Blobz, the constructor of this puzzle, is in the channel right now. So Blobz is the author of this masterpiece, and I'm trying to solve it. Unfortunately, I'm doing kind of a mediocre job, so Blobz is losing his mind. I think at this point, Blobz is just, they've closed their eyes and are just listening to the chill beats. Skojo, though, is always good for moral support. Skojo's here. Skojo's kind of like my coach. Skojo's kind of like my coach if there was a sport. Okay, Blobz, thank you for that. If there was a sport where like the coach could just run out and kind of like take the ball away and just like throw it into the like imagine a kid's basketball coach that could occasionally just like run up and do a slam dunk. That's kind of what Skojo does for me. Okay, well that was an exciting flurry of activity. We've got to get out of here. Well, we could probably arrange that. Oh man, I really apologize for the bit rate. Very frustrating. So this is a minimum of 4. It doesn't see 4. We've got to get out of here. Suddenly this is a little scary. No, it's not. This is fine. I was tricking myself with logic again. I'm trying to, Cheetos. I want to get back into it. Like my work-life balance typically consists of like just several months of nothing but work, and I like drive myself crazy and nearly kill myself. And then several months of like trying to not work, where basically I make money only to pay myself to not have to work for anyone for a while. I'm trying to break that pattern a little bit so that I don't lose my mind entirely. This does have to grow. So I do have a job that I'm working now that it's stressing me out a little bit, honestly, but I'm trying to not go insane, basically. Tomato throwing is an age-old, time-honored tradition. Okay, I feel like things just got weird, right? Things get a little weird. This can't be a 5. Okay, so this 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now is 7, so we've got to cap this off. Okay, I was talking too much while all that happened, and I'm a little worried that I made a mistake. So, oh no, that could be an 8. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but that could be an 8. 5, 6 pair. All these pairs. Okay, I'm gonna try to refocus. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. But we can't make this 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was 6, it'd be 7 instantly. So this is 5. Oops. That's 5. This is going to block off. Cheeto, how was your day? How's your week? How's your month? How's your year? Was that correct? Right? Because if it was a 6, it would become a 7. 5s. Seems like we have a 6 here. Of 4 here. So we've got to build a concrete wall here. Uh-oh. Dolce said, did I make a mistake? Did I do something wrong? Now I'm terrified. Oh yeah, wait, sorry. No, am I okay? Okay, I'm worried about the tomato that I just saw. And now I keep convincing myself that I keep doing the same thing. It's weird. I don't normally do that in these puzzles, but I did the same thing down here where I was imagining a cage that didn't exist. I'm just caged in, despite all my rage. Do we learn this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This sees 7. This sees 6. Yeah, I think so. I think it's all coming together. I love it when a plan comes together. Would this be a problem now? 6. Couldn't that still be? Oh wait, this can't be gray, right? Because if this was gray, it would see 4. This has to get out of its little pantry. That's been that way forever, right? It's been locked in the pantry. That's a C9? That's outrageous. Oh my God. How's it going, Ben? Wait, is it true? Am I the #1 streamer again? Just the only reason I'm the #1 streamer is because Skojo's not streaming right now. Ben, I'm so bad at this. But here we are. Here we go. Okay, refocus. There's not a world in which this is a... One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is not 8 or 9. It's not plausible anymore. So that does mean this is the longer of the two, but we already know that it's the longer of the two. So it's just a question of this. So right now it would be 5, 6, 7, and that would be correct. 5, 6, 7. But if it went one further, it would be 6, 7, 8. Wouldn't that also be correct? The tomatoes are really, really flying. Okay, I'm sorry. The tomatoes. Sometimes the tomatoes, are they just? Is it because everyone's mad at me, or is it just because is everyone impatient, or is it just because I'm? Oh well. Oh, I'm sorry. The simple Blobz couldn't hold back anymore. Could not hold back anymore. No, it's okay. I should just stop talking and refocus for a second and pay attention to the very simple rule set here and here, which I'm sure is what people have been yelling at. I'm sorry. What can I say? I'm sorry. Can't have a checkerboard in a yin yang puzzle. It's not allowed. It's not possible. It's ill-advised. It's bad manners. So this needs to see 9. We're already capped on 2 ends, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that possible? It doesn't even seem possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Those are all green. I have a hard time believing that. Anyway, that does give us digits, right? So this is, after all, 6. Oops. 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, 4, 6. Sorry for testing everyone's patience. So in the end, this did end up being high entropy. And I'm going to ignore all other pencil marks just for my own gratification of now saying that this is middly entropy, because we have 3 highs and we have 3 middlies. Sorry, 3 lows. So this is middly. Oops. And that gives us the 3 middlies here. So this is, well, we know that anyway. This is high. That's all I wanted. All I wanted was to get the entropy everywhere. That's all I want. Yeah, that's all I wanted. I just wanted to get the entropy. That's it. Everything else is just, now we can start on the yin yang. Okay, we've made a real mess of our pencil marks. I love the way this is unraveling with little or no thought of Sudoku. I've barely thought about Sudoku, this puzzle, at all, which is how it's how it should be. This is where I love to make mistakes too. This is where I will just make some absurd typo and then Owen and Chris will catch me. Okay, well. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I thought I broke that for a second and was going to be a sad person. Avoid the checkerboard. This is going to be a 3. Oops, no. This is going to be a 3. This is going to be a 2. A little cutie. So we have to put the cutie in cement jail, right? There's no visitation rights for this little fellow. That means this has to be this digit has to see more than this digit. So this has to be caged up, and this has to be the 7, and this has to be the 8. So it can see 1 more, and this will see 3. And that's the 7, the 8. Oh no. My fingers are refusing to hit the right buttons. Okay, what are we doing, everybody? Got a 1-3 pair here. There's also a 1-3 pair up here. 1-3 pair there. These are 1-3 pairs all over the place. Okay, I don't know why I'm doing that and not just continuing this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are all gray. Sorry about the bit rate. This little 2, well, that's both the 2 and it's preventing a checkerboard. feel like there's room for that to be green, really. Sorry, not checkerboard, 2x2, but I do want to avoid a checkerboard here. So that's gonna make this gray. Is that right? So this can be a little lonely. Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. Very exciting about this. Do we actually do all this stuff? I haven't really been keeping enough track. I feel like we've largely been dealing with cages. These all seem like they're doing cage stuff, right? So that's a lot of numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got to get out of here anyway. So that's obvious. Obviously. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's just a 7. And 1, 2, 3. You have to be a 4. So you're green after all. That's gray just to connect to the rest of the world. Blobz, I love this puzzle. I don't know if you're still there. I love this puzzle. I love how little Sudoku I've had to do. The only complaint I have is that you like disrupted some obsessive compulsiveness in me by not letting me fully fill the entropy colors. Uh-oh, is that a mistake? Is that a mistake, or are we just having a tomato party? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sometimes it's hard to tell if it's a mistake or if it's a tomato party. This little digit's got to go somewhere, and it's only going to be a 3, so it's going to get caged off. Did Grimbone leave along? Grimbone got tired of this stuff. Grimbone has no patience for Sudoku. Grimbone likes speed metal and speed Sudoku only, exclusively. Okay, what are we doing here? Have we sightlined it? Are we fully sightlined? We just have to, that looks validly yin-yangy, and I believe it's validly sightliney. And so these should unfurl our final digits. We got a 3 in the corner. We did it. Okay, I really enjoyed that. I definitely was very slow to appreciate the interplay of like the long, you know, where there was a high entropy digit that was fenced in by a low entropy digit was really cool. We had that, I think it was up here and it was down here. And in both cases, it ended up being a 7 to 3. That was really cool. Well, I will say it would have definitely, I'm pretty sure I would have gotten that eventually, but certainly tomatoes made me inspect that region more thoroughly than I might have otherwise. So I appreciate everybody's help. I definitely could not have done it in 110 minutes. It still seems like a long time. 110 minutes without you. I think it would have. It's very common for me to have like 300-minute solves because I make some mistake and have to restart. Like I almost made a mistake down here, thinking something was a cage when it wasn't. I do like entropy puzzles. I've got to do some more entropy puzzles. I think I need to stop streaming. Skojo, that entropy puzzle you did recently, what was that, 2 stars? Should I do your entropy puzzle? I'll probably do it offline. Maybe a nice bedtime puzzle. Oh, Blobz, that was great. I love it. Is this on Logic Masters or not yet? Did I get a sneak preview of a unpublished rare Blobz gem? Oh, I really appreciate it, Blobz. Love your puzzles. Loved having you around. Sorry to go so slowly. I hope you didn't lose patience. Okay. Well, obviously I only want it on the Logic Master so I can put in the solution and be rated a champion. A hero to one and all. I don't have a good strategy for that. What am I going to do? I'm going to have to like take a picture of it on my phone. Just so that I have the OCR to copy and paste the solution code. This is a nonsensical thing to do. We live in a nonsensical world. But I did it anyway. Oh really? Do you have like some? I have no concept of that world because I haven't published anything to Logic Masters. What is there? Do you just like meet them out over time there, or what's your release strategy there? Skojo, I feel like, was resistant to publishing puzzles there. Are you really? You have that many secret puzzles? Oh, and thank you for your help as always. I've got a crack team here. Crack tomato team. It'd be nothing without the people in the dugout. I should try to set a puzzle one day, right? Should I set a puzzle? Or should I just get back to making things? I gotta make physical things. I'm tired of sitting at the computer all day. That's another problem when I'm working these long jobs. It's hard to want to stay here all day long. Okay, I love that puzzle, and I'm excited. Skojo, I think I'll try yours offline tonight, but I'm definitely excited to try it. Blobz, I don't know what to say. You met my challenge was. I mean, I feel like everything about Logic Masters is obtuse in a surprising way. Like to me, extremely, and maybe there's truth to this. It has the feel of like a website I would have made in 2002 in PHP. Like as far as the sort of cumbersomeness of everything and the sort of lack of very obvious modern standards. So maybe it really has Logic Masters just been around since like 1998 or something and has not evolved much since then because it really is a little clunky. The solutions in particular, I think, are just nonsensical. Like, why not just, I really wish you could just, there was a button here to copy the entire grid as a solution and a place to just paste that into Logic Masters. That would make it so much faster. Or some kind of like solution link or something. It's just, I really don't like having to enter the solutions because I mainly solve on mobile. It makes it hard to do that. But it's also useful to know which puzzle. Owen, was it you who maintains the spreadsheet of every puzzle that you've done? You're like that, what song am I thinking of? There's a Beatles song about like a barber who has a photo of every person's head. Like every person he's given a haircut to. Is it that kind of thing? Okay, I should probably stop the stream soon. I'm sorry to interrupt the conversation, but we can continue it on the Discord. I'm curious. I would like to try to set a puzzle. I just feel like I'm. Oh, actually, I do want to say something funny. So a dear friend of mine, Wyna Liu, who's now a New York Times crossword. She's an editor for the New York Times. Look at this. Look at my top search is Blobz. And then lots of nav mesh questions, but that's It's for another time. So, I wonder if there's a cute illustration of her. Why does my browser... This is a cool thing where just Chrome stops navigating anymore. Awesome. But does Edge navigate weirdly? Oh! Wait a minute, you have... Wait, what is this? What is this GitHub? What just happened? Uh-oh, did I crash the browser now? I don't even know if I'm still streaming because I think my web browser crashed. Sorry, I don't know if I'm streaming anymore because Chrome is a bad piece of software. I think I can still see the chat refresh. I just can't do anything. Sorry, Blobz, I hate to ask. Would you mind, could you put that link on the Discord or DM me on Discord? Oh, I'm seeing now that Blobz is trying to give me hints. So anyway, I was just going to show my friend Wyna. We used to solve crosswords like every day when we went to NYU together, like just constantly, like way too much. So I was really into crosswords for a while. And I've been trying for at least a year to get her into Sudoku, and she just won't. She just was so resistant. She was like, no way. And I kept trying to tell her that I think that a lot of the things that she loves about a well-set crossword are even better in a well-set variant Sudoku puzzle, but she just would not listen. And then I suddenly got a text with her telling her that she's obsessed with Sudoku. But the baffling part is she's obsessed with like normal Sudoku, like, you know, the kind with just numbers, which is baffling. So I really want to try to rope her into doing some variant Sudoku. So maybe I'll try to do some streams with her and teach her, as mediocre as I am. I think I just want to, let's just do a quick Wyna puzzle just at the end of this. I've almost certainly lost my crossword skills. Let's see, what are the, okay, you tab along, okay. 526 what? Benches? Side dish that may or may not include mayo. Aioli? Aid in a snow job. It's probably a plow, right? Works with visual effects. We'll see how quickly I can do this. I'm probably extremely rusty. I feel like I should know this. Since like, what I do all day lately. Stimulating things to chew on. Business that might carry yellow pages, like a stationery store or something. Trials. It's probably just a thud or something like that. Great call. Hill figures. It's probably like senators, like Sens or something. Punk mentality. Tied at the back is OB, probably. Small row, that's probably like a tiff. Swirled treat. Broke down and away. I'm just taking a tour before I write anything. Blue chip authority. Some defensive lineman. A cartouche shape. Did the music stop? I think the music stopped too because everything crashed. 5 down works with VFX is Scott. Yeah, you're probably right, Ben. It's great that Chrome is completely crashed and the music is crashed, but I can still. Um... Oh, okay. So I need to send Wyna the gas series. So okay, sorry. I'm trying. You're definitely welcome to backseat. I may not look very often, just because I do really. I love Wyna, and I just want to savor her puzzle a little bit. It's supposed to be rye, right? And this is no. Maybe it's not. I don't know that one. Now it's uncomfortably quiet without the music. Like tottered or a prick on social media. An Oregon Trail purchase, like from the video game? Sort of, no. I mean, that's just gotta be. Oops. What are you talking about? I mean, I don't know that, but it just seems too obvious, right? It's some kind of mom. Chicago lead. The triangle over a rectangle. It's so quiet now without the music. I don't know what to do. I think still working. Oh, Blobz, thanks so much. Okay. Should we really try to do this now? Color of all or petite? Good place to hit. Record setting career. Record setting. Sing softly. I don't know that, actually. It's not just Sam's. That's just Silk. Oh yeah, aid. Okay, I'll start filling things in. That's probably like, what is that? SRO? Mega. Did you know? Is that just Dio? So this is probably DIY, and this is probably Dio. Whoops, sorry, wrong person. I something. Passing comment. Maybe a swirl trait is. Hits up on Insta, say. It's probably DMs. It seems so quiet now. Now I'm like really uncomfortable. A couple of hiccups. I don't know. Ogden? I don't know if that's true. This is probably tardy. This is probably teetered or something. Eject button. Uses as social currency. I don't really know that. They can be advantage or tiebreak. It's just like tennis sets. So that would be plural. Okay. Let's solve this puzzle. This is like toes or something. I don't actually know. What does Prospect Park have 526 of? I feel like this is plow. I don't know if that's true. I think it's probably stationery store or something of. I think that could be an O. I'm having trouble with these shortcuts. I think that is, yeah. What is that term? Is it SRO? That's standing room only. SEO. That's probably thud or something. Great call. Great call. Great call. I don't know. It probably sends. Probably, is it Obi or Oni? I think it's Obi is the sash and Omi's a demon. It's probably a tiff. But somehow, feels like that's going to be yet. I think it's a newt. Picket line is probably fences, right? Or at least on land. So this is probably the frog or something. Do we like that? Seesawed would be like teetered. And then this will be, what was 11 down? Facility that may charge an hourly rate. Oh, that's a love hotel. Oops. And this is a tryst. Okay, sorry, Chad, I'm ignoring you. I'm sorry, I'm ignoring you. I'm just trying to solve it. I know I'm going slow. Some kind of mode. Great call. Some kind of smart? I don't think I get it. Mega is Uber. It must just be did you know. Broke down would be past tense. I don't know. I'm sorry, ignoring you. Arco or Esso? How do you spell teetered? Is that right? Doesn't really look right. Probably D though. Uses as something out on. Is that? Maybe that's just. I'm not cool enough to know that. Sort of no. Is that like Amen Ra? And this is like Hua? Word search. Oops. I think this is Hua, but I don't know if that's how you'd spell Hua. Sort of no. Have swirled treat. Something feels wrong. Feels like I've done something wrong here. Sort of knows, have an idea. Whoops. Whoops. Sorry, wrong person. Swirled treat. I feel like I made a mistake down here. Prick on social media. Eggplant. emoji. That's great, Wyna. Wow, good job. Okay, that is definitely the clue of the puzzle. That is well done. Good job, Wyna. Whoops, sorry, wrong person. I don't know. This has got to be some kind of moms. We're gonna. These must be sets, like from tennis. I don't remember the names of anybody in Chicago. See, so this has to be D. Dimes out on or something. Oh, this is Oxen. Dines out on. I see. Chicago lead is it Moxie? Teeter. Roxy. Wish I knew how to spell teetered. Esso or Arco? Swirled treat. Soft serve. Atenra? This doesn't feel right. It feels like I made a mistake here. I think this is Esso. But somehow, yet, this must be Rye. Okay, I'm doing about as well at this puzzle as I did at the last one, but what are you going to do? Some defensive lineman. This is probably a frog, right? A passing comment, some kind of moms. Broke down. Stage moms. Yeah, with the frog. Oops, sorry, wrong person. Chat, I miss you. I'm sorry. I just want to try to solve this puzzle. I'm doing a bad job. Small row is a spat. Broke down. Divested. Digested. E. Yeah. Passing comment. What can you be stimulated? What do you chew on to be stimulated? I hate that there's no music. Lugs could be like toes. Good place to hit is the sweet spot. I think it is toes. That doesn't, no. That doesn't seem good. Where's the visual? I don't know about that. It's got to be an S, right? Oh, chat, I'm sorry. Damage control mentality. Maybe Silt is wrong. I don't know. really thought I would do this faster than this. I thought this would be like a 10-minute puzzle, but here we are now. This is just senators. It just is. I think we'll go with digest. Do I have a problem here? I think it's a lie. Is that an oval? I feel like I have a mistake in this puzzle. Is that how you spell teetered? Passing comment is a yes vote. Cookie Monster? That is great. Wow. Oh, Wyna, that's great. So good. Eggplant emoji and Cookie Monster. Truly inspired. Masthead. VIPs. Propel a bogey board. Speaker or sneaker? I don't know. I do feel like I've made a mistake. It was not good news. Bloom makeup, is that just blush? Color of all or petite? Record-setting career. I'm thinking of such a bad streamer ignoring chat. I'm sorry, chat. Can someone throw a tomato so I know that I'm still streaming? Just if I could just, I'm sure everybody left because I was ignoring them. I'm sorry. Now I'm just, actually, heat's probably broken too. Who knows? Who can even say? I feel like I see chat things happening out of the corner of my eye. Maybe heat's broken now. Ugh. Everybody comes to. Is that like a yes? Okay, I feel like I'm approaching stuckness. Plow's wrong. I do like Sweet Spot though. Has 526 what? Pawns? Damage control. Some kind of mode. Business that might carry yellow pages. What kind of store? Not like an office store or stationery store. Trials. Do I think this is an S? I'm really grasping here. Oh, is it Rick's? Sam's the piano player, but it's Rick's is the 526. Come on, Rick's. You got to help us out here. 526. Oh my gosh, I'm sure this is so obvious for everybody. I'm sorry. I've been to Prospect Park a lot. I don't know what it has 526. Damage control. Crisis mode. acres. Croons. Accounting. Is it coca leaves? Some kind of bookstore. A breaker. Left ends. Some offensive linemen. Right guards. EDs. Masthead VIPs. I don't think I understand that one. Editors. That's editors. Gosh, okay. And like a newspaper masthead. Trials is a test run. What kind of bookstore has yellow pages? A notebook store. Works with visual effects. I cannot believe I can't get this. Lugs. I might carry yellow pages. Oh, like old books. Like it's not used bookstore, but something like a used bookstore. Maybe it is used bookstore. Maybe Sweet Spot is wrong. I don't think so. What kind of bookstore has old books? I don't think this is toes, unless this isn't plow, but it seems aid in a snow job. Works with visual. It's weird that this is plural but ends in a T. But maybe it's not work like someone like a maybe it's like a work that has visual effects like a sci-fi epic or something, you know. Bloom makeup. Uh-oh. Okay, thought this browser was crashing too. My computer's coming down. I think I'm still streaming. I don't even know. Maybe I'm streaming to just recording this for myself. I'm sorry, chat. I do appreciate everybody hanging out. I'm doing a very bad job of streaming, but now I'm just off in my own little world. I feel like I'm so close. Oh my gosh. I don't know what this means at all. All shivering fit. Businesses that might carry yellow pages. I like trials as test runs though. And everything else feels good. Oh, I'm sad that I'm not getting this. Eggplant emoji was so good. Cookie Monster was so good. Like a used bookstore or a comic book store or shivering fit. Lugs could be like a dumb person, like a dolt or buffoon. Works with visual effects. How's that not plural though? And I'm so embarrassed. I just want to do win this puzzle and it's taking me a half an hour. What a disaster. No music, sweating. Bloom makeup. Possible that plow is wrong. What else could this be? Cannot believe I can't get this. Business that might carry yellow pages. I don't like a notebook store doesn't make any sense. But maybe. Be an OE here, which would be pretty weird. Just to entertain the idea. I don't think that's right. Man, I'm stuck. Definitely stuck. Sweet spot seems too good. I feel confident in sweet spot. Sweet spot feels good. Test runs, it's hard to imagine what else it would be. Bloom makeup. Is there some world where it's not test runs? Because this really feels like it wants to be an S, but what would that be? Trials. Spot runs or something. I'm falling apart, people. I don't know if there's any people left. I've forsaken my chat. What a disaster. Bloom makeup. Is there a word like that? I'm just gonna start putting in different letters. I don't know if this is right. This is nonsensical. This is one of those things where like I've been doing VFX on a job, and so all the wrong terms are in my head. Like it's a weird thing where like I just everything I have is too hyper specific. I feel like this is all wrong. Kind of like og. I don't know how to spell that. What could possibly have this? Is it H-G-U-E? Do I know what this is at all? Follower of all or petite? What am I doing? What am I doing? A bloom makeup, like a flower. Like petals. Could be a bloom makeup. Buds, like something floral, like a floral bloom. Algae? EA? Algae, one of those. Rare bookstore. Oh my gosh. Works? That's op art. And it is oafs. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it took me that long. Oh my gosh. Okay. How bad did I do, chat? I'm so sorry. First, I know. Oh man. Okay. Well, I think my computer's in bad shape. Okay, I'm shocked you stuck around for that. I'm so sorry that took so long. Wow, really got. Oh, see, Skojo had it with the oafs. I don't know how long ago he sent that. The rare bookstore. I just don't know what that. Uh, it really should have taken me half that time. Gosh, that the rare bookstore was. I don't know how I didn't get that one. I'm not familiar with this term. Well, obviously I'm on all fours makes sense, but petite fours I don't Sounds French to me. It was on the right track of the like lugs being dumb people, but it took me a while to get to. I was spelling this wrong, obviously. But the algae bloom though was a good one. I like that. It just took me a while to think of it in terms of like not as makeup, but like the makeup of a bloom. But then I was thinking of flowers. But I do like that. That's a really good one. Bloom makeup is great. But yeah, the stars of this puzzle are definitely Cookie Monster and eggplant emoji. I knew I was rusty, but that was embarrassing. Oh, it's a small French dessert, says Dolce, which, you know, makes sense. Draclin, thanks, buddy. Okay, I definitely streamed way longer than I meant to now. But so I'm gonna go to bed, and by go to bed I mean probably go lay in bed and do the new Scojo puzzle. It's amazing how broken my computer is right now. Like the browser with like Twitch chat and everything is just fully locked up, but somehow I can still see you. I can't interact with the window at all, but I can see. Does OBS still work? Hey, look at that. Everything works. It's all fine. Everything's fine over here. Now it's time to tell Draclin the tools that he needs. Draclin, I know you want. Hey, look, that color almost matches my. It's not quite. Look how fun this is. It's so fun. I know I've shown this before. Look how fun it is. I don't know that I necessarily really recommend this for like a home tool set, but you put it in your car. Good car tool. Okay, friends. Sorry for the music being gone. Blobz probably left 100 hours ago. Everybody who left, I'm sorry. Draclin, Dolce, Scojo, Owen, Blobz, Cheeto, everybody else who stopped by, Grumbone came by. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I do apologize for forsaking you for so long, but next time I won't even look at anything other than chat. I won't even look at the puzzle at all. Okay, bye.